Well, Jason Bourne is back. If you had told me that a couple years ago, that he was going to return into the film world, probably would not have believed you. Hello once again, watchers of Good Movies. My name is Nick Pell and this is once again coming from my apartment. Now today we're going to be talking about the film Jason Bourne. Now this is the fourth technical installment of the Jason Bourne franchise that stars Matt Damon. There's one a couple years back which starred Jeremy Renner. Didn't do that well, so it's like, oh hey, let's get Matt Damon back on board and start up a new trilogy, and that's essentially what this film is doing. And so let's get into it. Now, I watched the original Bourne trilogy a long time ago, many years ago. I don't remember a lot from it, to be frankly honest. So I was really happy when the film started out with an introduction of a montage of important scenes and highlights from the past trilogy, which viewers who aren't as familiar, such as me, with the original trilogy, so that they know what's going on. They know generally who Jason Bourne is, his backstory, what has developed over the course of these last three films. So I appreciate that, and then it just jumped right into the film. The film is very fast-paced, very well-paced. I really appreciate that aspect of it. It starts off with kind of an action sequence of sorts, and then just kind of keeps going consistently. Matt Damon, of course, reprises his role as Jason Bourne, as I've said. He does a really good job in this character. He just kind of picks it up again really easily, and I enjoyed seeing him on screen. He continues to be very conflicted, but he continues to be a very stone cold badass when he needs to be as well. He takes down a guy with a leg stool, basically, and it's just like, yeah, don't mess with you. He knocks out a guy in one punch, and it's just like, I'm gonna just back off and let you do your thing. They also bring back Julia Stiles from the original trilogy for a little bit, and she reprises her role as Nikki Parsons. I didn't really think that was necessary, and it added into my main gripe for the film, is that it's very predictable. There are a lot of plot points which you can just see coming from a mile away if you've seen any action film of this sort to this degree, and it just kind of bugged me into that degree. I could see where alliances were going to shift, where people were probably going to get killed off, and then they did, and just ways that things were probably going to go down. In regards to like plot points, there were surprises in that respect, but in regards to the general overall just story points of the film, it just seemed like it followed a very predictable pattern, and I didn't really have any big surprises in this film. The story for this film is that Jason Bourne has been in hiding for a number of years, probably 9 years, considering that's the time frame between Ultimatum and now Jason Bourne. And so he has been in hiding in Greece, and he's just in this fighting club where he's just knocking out guys in one punch and winning money, I think, in that way. And he gets drawn back out once Nikki Parsons, whatever, when she finds him and just draws him into the CIA conspiracy once again. We have him up against Tommy Lee Jones and Alicia Vikander, and they are kind of these two CIA heads. And we have Tommy Lee Jones, I believe he was in the original trilogy, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure he was. And then we have Alicia Vikander, who is a new person. She is just kind of new into the CIA, but she is very good at what she does, and she just kind of brings a new perspective and kind of sets up an interesting role for what will predictably be some sequels. Again, action scenes very well done. Matt Damon does a really good job in this role. He takes down guys really easily. It's very fun to watch, and there is some shaky cam, and some of the scenes aren't the best well edited because it's kind of tough to tell what's happening at some points. But overall, the action scenes are fun to watch and are a good time. I also did appreciate that we got a bit more of Jason Bourne's backstory in regards to kind of how he ended up being recruited into this program, and just issues with his father, stuff along those lines. And so I appreciated that little dive into more of his backstory. Not that I remember a whole lot of it, but I like that we saw more. And then by the end of the film, it does set up a potential trilogy very well, I thought at least, because it resolves the general plot of the film, and then it kind of just does an epilogue where it just basically sets up things to come, per se. And I really appreciate that, because I thought that it didn't do what Warcraft did, where it just left things hanging, and it's like, oh hey, general plot, not resolved quite yet. But this one resolved the plot and just kind of had a very minor cliffhanger in regards to where this film could go. So guys, Jason Bourne, definitely a fun film, definitely a nice sequel to the Bourne trilogy, and I'd say check it out if you are a fan of the original trilogy, if you're interested in like action films, or you just like Matt Damon and Alicia Vikander. But it does have its issues, it's very predictable like I said, and some of the scenes are very shaky. But overall, I had a fun time with it. Definitely check it out if you're interested, but those are just my thoughts, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Did you like it as much as I did? Did you hate it more than I did? Let me know. Like, favorite, comment, and subscribe once again if you so choose. I appreciate it immensely. And as always, my people, my name is Nick Pell, and once again, keep on watching.